Alright everyone, welcome back in the Moxforge. Tonight with a different approach, cause we are planning to play a league tonight. A league are 5 super competitive games on Magic Online, so please prepare that you will probably see close to non-brews, cause it's the leagues are just about the money and competitive play. You have to pay like around $8 to $10 to join. And if you go for 2-3, you get $4 to $5 back. And yeah, like it's in ticks, but more or less if you calculate the value. And if you go 3-2, you get a bit more back, like 100 ticks and a treasure box, and I don't know what else. Like, so it's pretty competitive. Every arrow we are making will be probably leading in us losing the game. And to be honest, I lost a bit of interest in the format while I was playing the leagues. So back then, if you played the CPL, CPS leagues, there were very, very fun decks, and it was fun gameplay. So Pre-Modern lost a bit of its spark on Magic Online. If you are here for that, if you are there for super competitive play, I guess Pre-Modern is absolutely the right format for you on Magic Online. And today was the last day with where I could finish the league, so I tried to finish it in one run. But besides that, we found a Mono Black Moneyball deck by a user called Sam, and I think this was a list which 5-0'd. And there is not too much to say about the deck, but maybe a small disclaimer. So back then, if I tested the deck, I was super disappointed with it. But given what the meta adapted to, I want to give it another try, especially if you are not getting your lands eaten by Parallax Wave or Parallax Tide. The deck should be better, but all in all, I don't try to be salty with the deck, but it's not my play style, and I don't know, every time I played it I was disappointed. I don't know exactly why. I think in many situations you are either drawing the wrong cards, or you're just not hitting it, or you draw 3 discard spells when your opponent is empty-handed, or you draw your Dark Rituals, or mana screw yourself in a Mono Black deck. So let's give it a fresh try. I want to be as open and as positive as possible, but there is not too much to talk about the list. The one Nantuko Shade is interesting. Otherwise, it's super stock, I guess. The Ravenous Rats together with Cabal Therapy and the discard spells are making very, very stressful for your opponent to interact. The sideboard is pretty stock, so I guess this is what you will see if you register a super competitive deck. I don't know if the deck is competitive, but the league is. Let's dive in, have fun with the league, and see you in the first game. Alright everyone, we are on the draw, but with a very decent hand. So let's try to keep this here. Leading with a Wooded Foothills can basically mean everything from Slide to Red-Green Terra War Elves. Yeah, this is some amount of Terra War list. So what do we want to do here? I think the highest impact is just the turn 1 Hypnotic Specter. And he needs to find Swords to Plowshares, a Lightning Bolt, or Pyroclasm. Here, Mulch, flipping into Kaplusen Forest, Mox Diamond, Werebear, and Terra War. At least enabling some threshold activity here. Another Dark Ritual. So Let's attack first to see if he has Lightning Bolt or Swords to Plowshares. Discarding a Forgotten Cave. So here I could use the power of Dark Ritual to pump out Ravenous Rats. Maybe. So Dark Ritual into Ravenous Rats. And now I know it feels super odd, but I will play the Duress empty-handed. At this point, he can slam everything he's drawing, or the Spectre will get it. And with playing the Duress empty, we can at least start activating the Curse Scroll. So we are making 5 damage a turn. I think I can hide the Wasteland for half a turn cycle. We are not in a very strong position here, so it still can everything happen. I think it's fine that okay, going for the Spectre. So suddenly we are in a not so well position. And I think he has the stronger tools to recover. Yeah, let's see. We can draw something. He might be a bit faster. The Shade is sweet. I'm not sure if it's good enough. Like, we can just easily run into removal, but if this goes unchecked, this can change the whole outcome of the game. So let's see what happens. Do I want to block here? I don't think so. Okay, Hypnotic Specter. I still think it's a fine to just attack here, probably for 4. And the Spectre will put 2 more damage into play. So we are close to lethal next turn. He's still got 1 card in hand, which is probably a non-basic. So I guess there's no need to do... I don't even have a Cabal Therapy, I see. Okay, this is okay. It's not great by any means, as he's super low. So, a Swamp. This is a must block. I think as he needs to block this anyway, and we can get this to 4, we can hide our Swamp for a second. Yeah, in this spot, I'm not too sure if you need to play the Forest. I understand why. Otherwise, it's discarded into the Spectre. But I couldn't make this attack if I feared, for example, something like Lightning Bolt. So against Terravor, it's hard to anticipate what they are doing. They can be on devastating dreams. They can be on something like O's. So they morph into O's. I'm unsure here. So I like Engineered Plagues, but it's probably not the right thing. Withered Wretch should be pretty good. I'm not even sure if I need the Tormod Crypt. It feels like a reset, but it's netting down -1 card. Masticore is not too great. So this might get cut. 6 more to cut. This is hard. We have a lot of discard, yeah? Maybe I just cut back on some rats and some Cabal Therapies. I could even see an argument here for going down with Dark Ritual, as it plays a bit value-based. And it feels very awkward to draw them in the late game. I think the matchup in general is very tough. But we are here for the tough things, right? So I would love to get his first card with a Wasteland. And I will not adjusting my versions of the cards here. Call of the Herd, Mulch, Ray of Revelation. I guess this is card advantage. But I try to get the call here and then play the Wretched and eat the other half, as the elephants are making some problems for sure. Okay. Playing the Mulch. Duress, okay. This is interesting. Getting the Smother. We could follow up with Wasteland. So now a draw like Dark Ritual would be insane. I just follow up with a Wasteland, as the impact is so high if he's missing Green Land Drop for 1 or 2 turns. This could change the outcome of the game completely. Yeah, he's cycling, so probably digging for another land. Wasteland, probably the worst card he could have drawn. I think I want to play the Shade first. And then, regarding on his land drop, no land drop here, means I could follow up with Hypnotic Specter. But then the probability of getting 2 for 1 by a Pyroclasm is there. I think I will play one of the Wretched here. Maybe it's too conservative what I'm trying. And I can pass priority for now, as we get priority back if he slams a Mox. Yeah, here you see the raw power of just one Wasteland in the right spot. And I think he probably needed to play the Mulch there. I attack both of these. And I think I want to add the Muse to the board. So if I go into my untap, in the upkeep I draw like 3 fresh cards. Okay, this getting bolted. So now it's probably time for just playing the Hypnotic Specter. So I still think this is a game which evolves around card advantage. So Pyroclasm would be very broken now, but it is what it is. If he has it, he has it. And Devastating Dreams is strong too, but there nothing would have saved me. Maybe if I wouldn't have played anything, we could go there with just the Withered Wretch, with the Nantuko Shade. So let's play very fast here to recover. So with a Mulch in hand, he's in a better spot for sure. So we find black here. I think we are a bit behind for now. Let's take the Sylvan Library, I guess, as the mulch can find lands, but is not able to dig for creatures. And okay, this will hit. One more Devastating Dreams. This is sweet. I don't think I need to take the Ray of Revelation immediately. I think I lost track of the cards in his hand. So this Withered Wretch now can go the whole way. Let's try to not... I think it's a bit better probably to go for lands here. Powder Keg is decent. And I think I will just use the Powder Keg as a good old sinkhole here, as him reaching the second mana, which have such a high impact. So now I go for the Ray of Revelation. Hope to draw Phyrexian Arena. I think this is fine and I should drop it. I really like the idea of combining Devastating Dreams into the deck. But he's super unlucky with the draws. Having Lightning Bolt probably. Or the Mongoose. Okay. I mean, 14 cards is a way to go. Let's start. I mean, we don't need 14. We probably need him just to be under 7. Which might be possible soon. Okay, this draw was very good. 10 cards. I attack. Let's see if he blocks. Might see concession here. So yeah, Withered Wretch is a good card for sure. Especially, I mean, the most obvious case is something like Renimator or Hermit, stuff like this, but against Threshold, against survival decks. So let's see if he blocks. We are still not completely sure by any means. If he can play another Devastating Dreams. Yeah, okay, we just recovered better than him. But fun game anyway. Alright everyone, we are on the play. So let's see what we get here. This is a turn 1 hippie with no follow-up. But I mean, turn 1 hippie is quite impactful. So I'm tempted to keep it, but it can be pretty bad. It's bad due to the mana situation anyway, but... So Sword is good. And something like Lightning Bolt is good. Seal of Fire. I think I'm in for one mulligan here. Okay, it got worse. Yeah, this is a problem. Okay, I want my first hand back, I guess. So let's ship the Withered Wretch and the Swamp and try to... yeah, go there with the Hypnotic Specter. We need to hope to get some card advantage from this. Okay, Renimator with a pretty strong hand. We will take the Enabler here. And suddenly Ravenous Rats are pretty bad. And I want my Withered Wretch back. Alright, he found another enabler, so we are in deep trouble. Okay, here's a Smother, but Smother is not the out to the situation. We will start with the Ravenous Rats, making him discard. Yeah, but even the Withered Wretch wouldn't be fast enough. I mean, the first hand would be very awkward too. Block for sure. There are ways where we can get out of this, but it's tough. So we don't know any card from his hand. Cabal Therapy, probably naming the Edict. Yeah, but this was a great draw. I'm a Renimator player on my own. This is a very good start. Like in the top 10%. It still can be troublesome from a Reanimator perspective. Like many decks have out to the animate dead, or they can just block this for a while. So it's not the most broken thing the deck can do. And yeah, depending on the matchup, sometimes it's better to get a Akhroma. You can't get Akhroma with animate dead. I mean, you can get her, but it won't stay. Yeah, I'm not even mad because I'm loving his deck. Okay, here's a Smother. So let's play this immediately to remove any ability for him to making another discard. And now we need to draw some blockers. Okay. A Swamp. So we can shrink this to 4/5. And we go to 7. So we got a bit more time. But keep in mind that his reanimation spells are very scary. Because he can just reanimate something like the Hypnotic Specter here. And this is even a way like they can lead with Cabal Therapy and reanimating our Spectre, and it turns against us. I think in general we have a fine plan for this matchup with the Dystopias in the sideboard, plus our graveyard removal, but we need some acceleration. Okay, he's having another removal spell, reanimation spell here. I need to double check what removal suit we have in the main deck. We have a one-off Edict and a Snuff Out. So we can draw this. Otherwise we are in huge trouble. Okay, he was not even going for the Smother here. Factory is at least giving us one more turn. We don't have the ability to play Snuff Out then, but we play to our outs and hope to find the one-off Diabolic Edict. I know it's much, but we are here for this kind of moments, right? Yeah, brutal start. Okay, we can take a peek here. Rorik's Bladewing. Okay, this is some information I've needed. So, Rorik's. I'm not sure if this is a super aggressive version with 4 Rorik's and 4 Akhroma. We need the Tormod Crypt and the Diabolic Edict. Dystopia is very good against them. And Ravenous Rats is nothing we want to do. Curse Scroll on the one hand could be very slow, but on the other hand it could help us grind down a card like Phantomi Shoba, but I'm not in for that, I guess. Alright. I think I will cut down the Curse Scroll, maybe bring in 1 Powder Keg. This is just for the idea if they go the route with the Worm, leaving the Prolings. Okay, this is probably not good enough. We are leading with the Duress. But if they have anything redundant and we are not drawing second black, we are just dead. This is fine. I think I can ship the Dark Ritual here. And I will probably name some Renimator with the Cabal Therapy. We could even name Duress. Yeah, I think I will name Duress. Alright, Oath is a good tech. So we will see a reanimation spell turn 1, which we can answer with Diabolic Edict. I'm not sure if I would be in the shoes of my opponent if I would go for the aggressive reanimation here, as we were giving the hint with Duress that we are in trouble. Okay. Going for Achroma, pretty painful for my opponent. So Reanimate is gone, so is the City of Brass, Heroic Bladewing, and the Careful Study. For now, I will ship back the turn, and I'm considering taking one more hit here. I'm not sure if we can afford this. Next study. So my idea is to take one more hit. The problem is if he follows up with the O's, it's super bad. Yeah, I will... he discarded both O's, so he probably has another reanimation spell, which would be fine as long as this is... Okay, no reanimation spell. So let's crash in for 2. So what card is he having in hand which is not playing immediately? If I would be in his shoes, so this card would have been played by the Gemstone Mine. Exhume would have been maybe played. I want to keep the factory around for longer. And I'm disappointed by the Smother, I guess. They are probably not enough to justify Duress. Okay, he's hitting the Dystopia and probably has an Exhume, something like this. Then it's pretty problematic. We need to fight Achroma again. Okay, maybe he's just having another land. I still think it's fine to go for the Wasteland here, and I will probably go for the Gemstone Mine. As for me, it's fine. If he takes damage, we could lower the clock by 1 turn. And yeah, the Gemstone Mine needs to be sacrificed at some point. We are still behind. So reanimates are gone here, which is nice. Okay, we are just drawing lands, but for now it's fine. Okay, Exhume is still the most problematic card. The other cards we could raise. This seems to be... Oh, it's okay. Alright, this is funny. I want to take a look here. Visara, okay, sweet, love it. And it's cool to get the information. Keep in mind that Renimator is capable of just playing Visara. Like, if he draws something like a Dark Ritual, we are cooked, because he can just hardcast the Visara. He needs to take 1 damage, going to 1. And then I can, okay, use the Oath trigger. I don't know. Feels tempting to have Drain Life, but it's probably the wrong route. This was an odd game. Smother is not great. Like, it's just okayish against stuff like the Imp. I want to try one Drain Life. Like, it's one turn slower than a Smother against the Imp, but I like the surprise effect. Yeah, tough matchup anyway. So we need an answer, especially on the draw. Like, they are so fast and... Okay, here we got something if they don't have it turn 1. And this is fine enough for me to keep. If they have it immediately, they have it. Otherwise, I have some play. Okay, this seems to be exactly, again, what they need. But there is no guarantee that a follow-up would be better. Especially if you think about having Tormod Crypt in the start hand. They are either fast enough or have discard in before. So if they have the Imp plus Reanimate and a good target, we are in trouble. If they just start like this, I'm unsure. Okay. This is pretty passive. I don't know if they will get there like this. I hope to draw a Dark Ritual. Here's Cabal Therapy. I wanted to go for Wasteland, but here I will go for... I guess Reanimate is still the best one. Because they could get something on our side. Okay, this is scary. Yeah, I would felt more comfortable if I would lead on the Wasteland, but I misplayed there. It's not a huge problem. Just focus on the turn here. Alright, they drew exactly what they need. We got punished for not playing the Wasteland. Yeah. Now there's no need to play the Wasteland. We have a lot of outs to this. But we are under pressure. Okay, mono lands for us this game. So the good stuff is that we got Imp covered. So Imp and then our Edict is live. But yeah, I think we are pretty dead here. Okay. Yeah, not playing the Wasteland there absolutely cost us the game. Otherwise, I mean, with this bad draws, we would be in trouble anyway. Because they would be faster, but it was an error. Alright, everyone, we are on the draw. So let's see what we will get. Let's keep this. This is a solid mid-range hand. Some discard would have been fine, but the other cards are strong too. So let's just take a look. Okay. Even mismatching swarms. I really need to adjust here. Another Ravenous Rats. So not great, but at least a potential 2-for-1 white mongrel. So it's a green and white madness deck. We could play a Edict, but the problem is if they have a Root Waller. We just got rid of the Root Waller. So I'm thinking about... I mean, if they don't have the Root Waller, it's fine. And yeah, let's just try it. And even catching a Root Waller is not the worst thing. What's really scary... Okay, it worked out. Sometimes you have to take the edge. What's really scary is the Worm, Arrogant Worm. And... yeah, never played against the deck. Let's go here with our first hippie. Even if they have something like a swords to plowshares here, it's not a problem. And I'm quite happy that we got the Withered Wretch to not lose immediately against something like Glory. Okay, if he goes, okay, he's having an own Wasteland. So now he needs to decide if he wants to play Sword here or if he has an Arrogant Worm to play the Worm. I mean, they have the discard outlet anyway, so I'm thinking about what the highest impact could be, what we can make. They probably wait if we naturally hit the worm. Okay, a Sylvan Library. Not too bad. Do I just follow up with another Specter? Maybe? I'm not decided on what the matchup will be. I think the strongest card they have is the Two of Curse Scroll. And for sure the Arrogant Worms and the Glory. Everything needs to be checked. Might be that I set up a huge block against the Arrogant Worm. Because racing here is tough. Ah, there's a 2-2. It's not too bad. I thought it was a 2-1 for the last years. Okay, they are attacking. I think it's fine to block the factory, like removing 1 mana from them plus yeah, just blocking them. Okay, tough one. Very, very tough one. Smother is not great by any means. At least we could get a 2-for-1, but I set up the double block here for the Arrogant Worm. Or we could block both hounds. Yeah, maybe this is a better play. I mean, we will lose both of them against 1 hound and 1 card in their hand. So I'm not super hyped about this. Maybe we need to take the edge. So there's a lot of problematic stuff. Even they just going for discard Glory. I feel like, I mean, I could take the hit 1 more turn, but I feel like we have to try here. Arrogant Worm is the most scary card. We lose against a lot of stuff. From Glory to stuff like Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, here's a sword. But it would be pretty broken the whole time. So there wasn't much we can do. So they get their 2-for-1. If I would double blocked here. Yeah, the problem is we need to get rid of the worm. This is not great by any means. I think we are cooked here. Let's play Smother. We go to 2 life. It's so funny how this deck emerged after so many years of pre-modern. No one played it, really. I haven't seen the deck before. And then they had a very nice placing somewhere. Okay. So we are up to 5 mana, which is not a lot. And we need to concede. It's funny to see the current decks going without anything like what it's called, skeletal scrying. So Gloom and Dystopia could really shine against them. Edict, I'm not sure. Edict seems to be pretty weak, but Ravenous Rats is super bad. There's like no justification to play this. Not sure about Powder Keg, Tormod's Crypt. So 4 cards to cut. Duress is probably not too good. Just catching the sword. Yeah, I guess Duress is a bit awkward. But I think we should combine it with cutting Cabal Therapies. The Edict it's not great, but maybe it's necessary to have it. We need something quick. So we don't get the mid to late game, I guess. So they are applying too much pressure. Plus, even if we have the graveyard removal, they can just set up a lethal swing. And then in the right spot, discard Glory. Glory is a very, very strong card, and I ordered a playset in paper. For a very long time, I thought you can just activate it once in upkeep, but you can activate it anytime, and it's for your whole team. So, amazing card. So, therapy on Mongrel, and then it's getting really awkward. I mean, it's pretty controlled, but I need something more aggressive. This is not too good, but I will keep this, and I will ship the Cabal Therapy, as it would be very awkward if we don't hit. And then if we don't hit, yeah, we are down one more card. So the hand we are having super bad, because yeah, we will draw some Dark Rituals later, and they will be so awkward. I don't want to expose my Mishra's Factory yet, and I think we need to take the Enabler here. This is fine. So if they attack for 3, I'm considering to play Snuff Out. Probably not worth it, but I mean, the Green-White Madness deck on paper seems to be so fair, but they are hitting a spot in the meta game. Yeah. I'm not sure if we need to Snuff Out. Probably for a Worm. So this is awkward. This is just for non-black. If we attempt to Snuff Out here, we are just losing 4 life in the card against him discarding any card to make the Mongrel black. Yeah, I need to wait with Snuff Out. This is a great blocker until we see a Swords to Plowshares. So we could do a block here on the Root Waller. Yeah, I guess it's probably fine. Let's pump. And if he's sorting or pumping, we still can Snuff Out. I mean, we could have waited for the trigger to resolve. So if he has a sword, we get at least some life back. Here's a Withered Wretch. So what do I want to do? I could swing for 4, but I feel like we need to be reactive until we draw something like Dystopia. At some point, they will have something like Hardcast Glory, which is a huge threat, like flying 3/3, out of the range of Smother, and I hope to not face it, to be honest. I mean, if something like Madness is a good deck and is able or capable of going 5-0, this is mostly a sign that the metagame is more or less healthy. But I'm a bit sad that the CPS leagues are gone, because the leagues here are super competitive. Like, if you go for the pre-modern leagues, you will face mostly tier decks, which is okay if you want to have this playstyle. But I don't think it's necessary the playstyle the real pre-modern has to offer. Like in paper pre-modern or back then in the CPL leagues, it was way more fun. Like you were facing so many different decks and it was much more playful than today. Okay, we will just get everything here. If he has another worm, it's tough. So here it is. We have almost no ability to rebuild. Okay, do we want to trade the Withered Wretch against one random card? I don't think so. Yeah, even a Dystopia won't be enough here. And here's another follow-up. I mean, to be fair about the matchup, his draws were very, very good against our mediocre draws, but I think it's a difficult matchup in general. All right, everyone, we are on the draw here with a dangerous hand, but if you know me, you know that Dark Ritual into Arena is my favorite play in the format. So this is a keep. Like, we lose against Duress, against any fast things, but with your favorite card, I'm considering, like, let's see what I will draw, but I might be forced to play double Dark Ritual to not get this dazed and at least get this answered by a foil. So it's time for Ugly Lock. So no shuffle, a bit scary. Let's see how fast they respond if we put Dark Ritual on stack. And as there was some thinking time, I will continue here. Like, the Dark Ritual could be super dead later. And if we can now play around something like a daze, it's worth it, I guess. This is probably Dreadnought. So if you play leagues, you will at least face Dreadnought one time and Slide another time. And they are both very, very tough decks. I haven't faced Blue-White Replenish yet. This might be Psychatog. And against Psychatog, the arena is insane. So I guess here I will name Psychatog. Could be wrong if it's Blue-Black Dreadnought. Maybe I should name Dreadnought. I don't know. Let's name Psychatog. Okay. So the Smother is giving a small hint. This is probably a Psychatog deck. You can't know for sure, but yeah, we need some more information. Masticore. I guess it's fine to... I mean, I could sacrifice one factory in favor of Gush. And I think it's worth it. Like, if they play Gush in response, we still can rename. And if they just drew 2 cards and set them back by 2 turns, this is exactly what I want. So now he's forced to play Counterspell. So no Counterspell. I think I will go again for Psychatog. Because this is a card which can ruin our day. And we hit 1. Double Duress. I hope he's going for the Duress soon. And gets a bit disappointed if he sees our lands and Masticore hand. It was absolutely the right thing to do, to flash back the card there. Forcing him to crack the Gush, setting back 2 turns, and now getting time walked again is insane value. Especially as they had the Smother. So we knew that it would be pretty hard to connect with the factory. Okay, we are flooding out like hell, but I don't know if I want to play this into the Smother. Probably not. Okay, this is good. Like, we could get everything out of his hand. Counterspell, Duress, Smother. So let's get the Counterspell. And here I will name the Smother. Just to make use out of my mana. I mean, resolving a Masticore is pretty tough to beat for my opponent. So what they have still 1 Duress, 2 islands, and the last card I forgot. Sorry about this. I think it was another land. Yeah, pretty happy with the turn 1 arena. Even if the second Dark Ritual was not necessary, it felt better to do it like this. A lot of lands. Slam the Masticore. If they have the answer, we are getting rid of it. Another play would have been to activate Factory next turn. Okay, 3 for 1. Absolutely great. But they couldn't do much against the Masticore. Psychatog is still scary, and they can rebuild pretty well. I mean, at some point, I have to signal the universe that we just have enough of this. I still think it's right to attack here. Hopefully to get the Powder Keg, as we have the follow-up Mishra's Factory. But I'm not sure. I think it's right to play the Ravenous Rats. It's a 2-mana 1/1 with the potential to get flashbacked. Yeah, I want to use my mana here, so I will go for the rats and drop the factory. So the first Psychatog we will see will be brutal. Okay, fine, like this. Play another factory, Ravenous Rats. 2-mana 1/1, which is not a huge problem as they are hellbent anyway. And we got the arena running. Alright, let's take a look here. AK, okay. I feel like you need to play AK in response. So if you draw land, you won't lose it. Or even play the AK in your own turn. Having a turn 1 arena is broken. Like, we spent 3 cards on this, yes, but alright, Graveborn Muse. Are we this greedy? I guess we are. We got the ability to sacrifice this into something like Cabal Therapy. So you always have a way to get out of the situation. Alright, Ravenous Rats here is funny. I want to play it to see what we are facing. Just a foil, okay. It's fine. Like, they need to discard it anyway. Maybe I should have played the Wasteland there to have the curse scroll active earlier. This could change the game, but I think in total we should have enough here. Yeah, good old turn 1 arena. So Powder Keg is fine, I guess, especially against sideboard decks with zombie infestation. I'm a fan of Tormod's Crypt. Just imagine in this situation if we could reset it once, but I'm not sure if there's much stuff to cut. So Snuff Out for sure. Engineered Plague is good if we have 2, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. Masticore maybe not too great. Yeah, maybe the Crypt is not necessary with 4 Withered Wretch. Even a bit unsure about the Powder Kegs. I mean, Engineered Plague, but do I want to cut something for this? Probably not. I could see a scenario where we want to ditch Dark Rituals. And then I know it feels odd, but I want to try it with Engineered Plagues. It's a bit too much, probably, but they are good against the zombie plan, and they need to handle them from this deck, otherwise they resolve and they can't get rid of it. This is fine. So we will see. Like, if they lead with a Duress, you can see very well what they are scared of. So we need to see if they lead with just untap blue mana. I will go for Cabal Therapy first. Otherwise, I think, yeah, this means they have access to a null. So I go with the Cabal Therapy here and name a null. Okay, no null, but no card of impact immediately. We could play the Curse Scroll. I mean, they need to answer a lot of things here. And this is what I mean. At some point, they need to decide if they want to... one Curse Scroll is fine, I guess. I don't want to slam the other one. So they get a 2-for-1, but this can set them under pressure. And next turn, I will start with Engineered Plague. Probably. To see, we need to lure each counterspell. And this is the funny part with things like Engineered Plague. Okay, they're going for the Gush here, which is super aggressive. So this does mean that they can have a null. We need to take a look at the log. Yeah, I'm not sure how to proceed. The safest thing would probably be to go with the Hypnotic Specter. Okay, here's the Ivory Tower, which is fine, but I don't know if it's a matchup where you want to use it. Okay, Smother is fine. So let's play Hypnotic Specter, because they can't answer this with a null. They have still one impulse left. We can think about this. Yeah, and at some point they need to answer this. Next turn my follow-up will be the Engineered Plague. So yeah, I don't know about Ivory Tower. I see it against decks like Slide, but we try to attack their hand anyway. Alright, so another land would be sweet, but we attack here first. What is it? Impulse? I'm unsure. So they tap out here, leaving us the opportunity to hit their answer and to resolve the arena. Okay, here's the annul we talked about. We could even name something like foil, but having a 3-for-1 for the arena would be totally fine for me. Days would be strong, yes, but now again they are into deep trouble. They need a bounce spell for the arena, and they could have it in form of Boomerang, Chain of Vapor, or something like, there's a blue and black discard bounce spell. Yeah, this is... I see the attempt, and the Furnace is probably fine, but you see how fast I will run away again with the arena. Alright, Wasteland, a Swamp. So let's go with the Swamp here. Make them crack the Powder Keg. Follow up with Duress. Here's a zombie infestation. And now you can see we play Plague number 1. They can't handle it if it's in play. And this is why I wanted to have it. And we name a Took. So if they want to block or chip damage in with it, it makes it more complicated. And as soon we will hit the second Plague, we might see the concession. Alright, one impulse left and a potential redraw with the Furnace. It's even funny to see interaction. So let's Duress here for the impulse. The wonder? Wait. I somehow misunderstood it. Play the Wretched. Wasteland on the Underground River. It's sweet that we got the wonder covered. They need to recycle the furnace as soon as possible, in my opinion. Try to stabilize. Like, this is having no impact on me. We don't run any skeletals scrying. They can't one-shot us. Like, they would need some amount of gushes plus wonder. Okay, no block necessary. They can go for it. Like, at this point they should exile everything to get in some damage, but I don't think we are in danger here. So, if we draw a land, I mean, Arena with Curse Scroll is sometimes a bit problematic. Let's start with the Ravenous Rats here. Alright, counter spell. Smother is exactly there for Psychatog. Let's see if they have a daze or null. And now if we draw another land, we have flexible double shock each turn. Yeah, you see the problem of the Ivory Tower probably. This was -1 card and did like, I guess, 1 point of life. Yeah, here we just attack. And now we got, I guess, everything covered. They need to cycle the furnace, like with the second ability. We are not... I mean, now I understand why they don't cycle. Because I could snipe it in response. So that was a bad assumption on my side. Is it worse to eat here? I don't think so. Let's just shoot for damage. Then they can cycle the furnace, but it's fine. Like, we need to be the aggressor here. So I will untap. You could shoot another 4 in upkeep, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay, double Cabal Therapy, Diabolic Edict. Right, we could... I don't know. Let's start with Cabal Therapy #1. I guess the first one will name Gush. Deep Analysis and Wonder. So Cabal Therapy, naming Wonder. I could have went for the Wonder first. Okay. Do we want to get rid of the Deep Analysis in favor for 1 damage? I don't think so. Like, now they need to pop it, but they lose 2 on their own. Now they try to attempt to pop this, but we are faster here with our Withered Wretch. Yeah. They need to pop the keg immediately, so this was the reason why they did it. They would lose the furnace anyway. And you see it was a pretty awkward sequence with the Ivory Tower, and yeah, especially things like the Plague. Yeah, I think I'm a fan of 4th Engineered Plague in this matchup. Like, even now I would be way more happy to have Engineered Plague from top and not a Dark Ritual. So what could they have? Draw 2 cards. Yeah. So, good game. Alright everyone, we are on the draw, but with a decent hand. Even if we got the Dark Ritual picked or the Hypnotic Specter answered, it's still solid. Plus we got the draw here. Okay, this could be Elves. And I'm pretty happy to have the Hypnotic Specter start then. Plus the Withered Wretch as a follow-up for graveyard stuff. Squee Goblin Naboo. And Anger. Genesis, whatever you can think of. But Elves is just a broken deck. They could have Tanglewire here. Okay, this is a problem, and we might even be dead next turn. So what we need to do here is attack first. Okay, the good stuff is we know what they are discarding into and what they are getting. So we could reach this with Cabal Therapy, but I think they will just get Squee Goblin Naboo. So another Dark Ritual would be so cool now. Hopefully we don't pick the Squee. Come on. Life is unfair, but not always to your disadvantage. So let's follow up with a Ravenous Rat here and hope that we can pick the Squee next turn, or maybe they take the Anger route without having lethal. Alright, getting a deranged Hermit is good in the one side. On the other side, I'm scared on what he's having next. Okay, this will be an Anger turn, which we can interact with. I mean, if they go for Masticore immediately, we are in deep trouble. Going for... yeah, let's just wait. We can't think too much. It's funny how different this kind of matchups evolve if they... yeah, for example, if we would have started, but I think this is on most formats. They can bounce it, and I think in the long run they are setting up a turn. Okay, Granger. So we attack here first. And I guess we attack just with the Spectre. Let's see what they discard. Wooded Foothills. Yeah. So Withered Wretch, and I guess it's probably right. So if we take the Squee, they still can bounce the Elf, pitch it to get Angry Hermit, and attack for a lot. So I will get the Anger here. We are still in huge trouble, but at least they don't have stuff like haste anymore, and I never saw a deck playing more than one Anger. Elf deck. Yeah, Dark Ritual would have been handy there. It's not completely over, but it will be hard to fight a deranged Hermit or something like Masticore. I mean, Masticore would even have the higher impact. Yeah, I hope they don't take the Masticore route, to be honest. Then we would need to find a removal. They are setting up for Masticore, sure. Right, they have the Squee in hand, and we will pick this with the Hypnotic Specter. We need some removal here. Ravenous Rats is not good enough. I could see us playing the Rats first. And let's see if they want to bounce in response. Okay. Now, for sure, we want to get rid of the Squee. And I need to think, like, they want to replay this, probably. Yeah, Nantuko Shade would have been nice. I think we can't win from here. But I will go to combat for sure. Yeah, they will just take the Masticore route now. And we are cooked. Like, even if they have just 1.5 turn cycles with Masticore, we are in deep trouble. But they need to find the line. We are not here for winning the game for them, though. So let's just continue a bit longer. Okay, not taking the Masticore route. But we don't have an out. Like, we can't win from any point here. They will make it 2 more times, I guess. Yeah. Let's take one more look at our main deck. And it's just broken. This is turn 5 and we had a lot of interaction. But Elves is capable of doing some very, very bad things. Like playing 3 deranged hermits a turn. Let's concede. There's no way out. Alright, we do need Engineered Plagues, Powder Kegs, and Dystopia. So stuff like... I don't know what to cut, to be honest. I don't think the discard spells are well. For sure, I want to have the Crypt. The Crypt would have saved me. Even point removal is not great. A bit confused here on what to do. Yeah, this is probably fine. Unsure about the Graveborn Muse. So I could see the Graveborn Muse getting cut in favor of something like 1 Cabal Therapy. Maybe 1 Edict, but Edict is awkward. Yeah, let's try it like this. I'm not sure with the boarding here, as we will face many different threats. This is probably decent, but it might be too slow. Let's see. I guess, I don't know, maybe the first Powder Keg can tick up. The second Powder Keg should stay on 0 for stuff like Elephant Token. And I'm not a fan of playing the Engineered Plagues too soon. Like, I want to hit at least 1 or 2 Elves with it. Okay. I'm unsure what's happening here. Maybe they needed to take too many mulligans. All right, on the draw, I'm considering of adding more Duress to have something against, or one more out to their Survival of the Fittest and Tanglewire. Yeah, it was a mulligan 4 and they were not pleased with it. This might be enough, but I'm unsure. Like, we got the Withered Wretch, which can be answered by a lot of stuff. So are they keeping? They keep. So we are slow. Curse Scroll seems to be tempting, but on the draw with this amount of mana. So in reality, we got just a Snuff Out and the Withered Wretch, which is probably not enough against the Elves. Here we are missing black mana. Yeah, let's go to 5. Hope to get a strong 5. It's something. Get rid of Withered Wretch and Hypnotic Specter. Yeah, let's try it. We need to lead with turn 1 Dark Ritual. Even if it gets naturalized, we have a follow-up Curse Scroll, and then this is everything we can do. I could wait one more turn, probably, but if they just spend their turn on answering this, it's fine. And we will take at least one elf. But it's not feeling good. Yeah, naturalize probably to be seen here, or survival. Okay, they have a naturalize in hand. So I will lead up with Powder Keg. At least we can stop it a bit longer. I don't hope to not see Destructive Revelry. Yeah, we need to draw at least one more land. Wall of Blossom, okay. I think I will keep this on 0, as it's good on against the Spirit Token. It's fine. I think I will start with a Dystopia here. I can leave it around for some turns, even if it slows them down until we find another one. Or I mean, getting rid of the Wall of Blossoms is fine. Because if they have something like Gaea's Cradle, they would have more mana. And now they probably just play the waiting game, which I'm in for. So a lot of triggers here. We do want to pay. We don't want to count up Arena. So I had another plan, but let's give them a decision. If they have another naturalize, it should hit the Arena. Okay. I mean, they can go to 5 mana, flipping into Nantuko Vigilante. And while as they are fetching here, it might be that they have it. Okay, Masticore, this is a strong one. So upticking is no option. And we boarded out a lot of discard spells. So let's see what we draw here. And we even boarded out. So do I need to tick it up now? Is it somehow a game around 4 or 5 turns? I guess. And I want to pay live. Smother is not great. So can I play Curse Scroll? I just think I have to play the Specter. Ships a turn back. Hope that they just discard, attack, and maybe ping it. This is an interesting one. Ooh, they have Squee. This is especially painful. This means double shoot on the Specter, but we are here for some blocking, right? We could even... Yeah, them having Squee to discard is not great for us. So can we afford one more payment here? I don't think so. But let's just see our draw first. Withered Wretch is fine. I don't think I will pay for this another time. This could be an error. Yeah. 1, 2 for the Withered Wretch. Eat the Squee immediately. Play Curse Scroll. And now they have to decide if they want to ping the Withered Wretch or play any threat. A super interesting spot. I would say our win rate is around 30 to 40% here, maybe less. Mishra's Factory will play a funny part, I guess, because we can activate it, then they try to ping, and we can give it +1/+1. Okay, so the arena will probably kill us, I guess. So we can't go for the long run, and we can't get rid of our arena. It's a tough one. I guess they will just go here. Yeah, we will lose to our arena. Otherwise, yeah, we needed to draw. Oh, this is tough. So they will ping 2 times, and then we will die in a turn cycle. No way to recover from here. Yeah, funny. They reserved 1 card, I guess, or maybe 3 cards with the Fintorn Elves and the Naturalize. Is it still correct? I mean, we have no life gain in the main deck. And they got even rid of one of our lands. But let's try. Let's don't overanalyze here. Yeah, the arena probably needs to be cut in this matchup. Like we go to 2, we go to 1 in upkeep. Yeah, it's a problem. Otherwise, I think it would be a very interesting... It was an interesting game, but without the arena, everything would still be viable. Put this on 4. Let's take a look with Duress. They have a natural order. And we concede. All right, everyone. We are back after 5 games in the league, and I don't know, but it was super competitive, and I'm still disappointed with the deck. So this is not my playstyle. If I would touch Mono Black, I would touch Cabal Control, I guess, or yeah, some more colorful Renimator builds. But this deck is not working for me. Maybe it's not suiting my playstyle because I'm a control player by heart, or I'm not sure. It plays super bad for a mono-colored deck, and it's not getting things done. Like, everything you can do is answered so easily, and then you lock yourself out with a super awkward sequence of cards. And even the sideboard cards are such very well handled, which is fine for a sideboard card, but I don't know. In situations where you need the Diabolic Edict, you have the Smother. In situations where you need discard, you draw a Dark Ritual from top, and this deck is like too much all-in for me. It's missing the ability to evolve into a game state where you can make deep decisions, I guess, and maybe this is the main critique point. I guess all in all, it's a beautiful deck, and it's adjusted very well, and it's most time to fair to play against, but it's not for me. I hope you still enjoyed the 5 matches, and for me, I think I need a break from competitive pre-modern, and I will take a look at more fun decks next and try to find games in the more open round to explore the beauty of the format again. Have a nice day. See you on the next one. Your Baron Bounty.